This is a Beautiful Mars podcast for Friday, March 24th, 2017, from HIRISE, on board NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. This week, it's colorful hills and beautiful dunes. There are many hills about 1 kilometer high in Juventai Chasma, which is located north of the main Valles Marineris Canyon system. The floor of the canyon is covered by a sea of sand, but the hills rise above the sand. A few adventuresome sand dunes have slowly climbed up on the hills. The color diversity here is exceptional due to varying mineral compositions and good exposures. This is an odd-looking image. It shows gullies during the winter while entirely in the shadow of the crater wall. Illumination comes only from the winter skylight. We acquire such images because gullies on Mars actively form in the winter when there is carbon dioxide frost on the ground, so we image them in the winter, even though not well illuminated, to look for signs of activity. The dark streaks might be signs of current activity removing the frost, but further analysis is needed. Hellas is an ancient impact structure and is the deepest and broadest enclosed basin on Mars. It measures about 2,300 kilometers across, and the floor of the basin, Hellas Planitia, contains the lowest elevations on Mars. The Hellas region can often be difficult to view from orbit due to seasonal frost, water ice clouds, and dust storms. Yet this region is intriguing because of its diverse and oftentimes bizarre landforms. This image from eastern Hellas Planitia shows some of the unusual features on the basin floor. These relatively flat-lying cells appear to have concentric layers or bands, similar to a honeycomb. This honeycomb terrain exists elsewhere in Hellas, but the geologic process responsible for creating these features remains unresolved. Sand dunes are scattered across Mars, and one of the larger populations exists in the southern hemisphere, just west of the Hellas impact basin. The Hellas-Pontus region features numerous collections of dark dune formations that collect both within depressions such as craters and among extra-crater plains areas. This image displays the middle portion of a large dune field composed primarily of crescent-shaped Bartian dunes. Here, the steep sunlit side of the dune, called a slip face, indicates the downwind side of the dune and direction of its migration. Other long, narrow linear dunes, known as saif dunes, an Arabic word meaning sword, are also here and in other locales to the east. You can see these images and more at uahirise.org.